Okay, here we go.
Tiddly-day, tiddly-dee, tiddly-day, 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 tiddly-dee-dee, and drinking green beer and peeing green pea. It's time for the Planet Mikey podcast, celebrating St. Paddy's Day. Hit the fucking subscribe button for Christ's sake. And now, here's me little leprechaun friend, Mikey!
Oh, you got to be shutting up now. We don't pay royalties for that shit, you know. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the... Later on, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put on my special St. Patrick's Day Patriots hat. It's green. Yeah, okay, green, because I'm really original.
What about this one?
That's the one I used to wear back when I was drinking. You know, I'm not drinking anymore, Smitty.
Well, God bless. Well,
Why am I seeing Bill Smith on my screen?
That's the guy running the show.
You're goddamn right it is. Anyway, I don't know if I can maintain this... what do they call in Irish? A brogue?
A brogue.
A brogue. I don't know if I can maintain it for that long. You know, that's the hard thing about doing impersonations, is that. Excuse me.
Yep.
Do we have a Trump impersonation coming up? No.
No.
Yeah, okay.
The Trump No, that
we'll
was
save that.
That was AI, by the way.
That's okay. My whole life is AI now. I don't know if you know that. I have an AI toilet at home.
Really?
Yeah, it self-flushes. It usually waits till after I'm done.
Usually.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I've got a diarrhea story to tell you, and everybody loves a nice diarrhea story.
Wait a minute. You had diarrhea?
Yeah, I'll tell you about it. Should I mention the sponsors first?
That'd be a good idea.
Well, I got my tires. Well, okay, I got a list of things here, but first the diarrhea, and I'm going to have to mention the name of the lobster bisque I ate, which caused the diarrhea.
Hold on. We couldn't go another moment without recognizing.
Vince.
Vinny.
Now he sang that other. You know, we don't pay royalties. Does he know that?
He did that Irish thing, the intro at the show.
He's good
for the beginning of the show.
He's good.
He can do everything.
Yeah, but we don't pay him, so that's why we like him.
He's been complaining.
The diarrhea thing. You know, I still like that commercial from Pepto-Bismol where the guy goes diarrhea. And he acts like he's so fond of diarrhea, which is a nasty thing.
When you have nausea, hyper, indigestion, upset stomach.
Diarrhea.
Oh, yeah.
Because nobody sings with love in their eyes about diarrhea generally. But here's what happened. I went to the store, Price Chopper. Yeah. And Price Chopper had these things of, you know, they had shrimp and clam chowder and and they're in these white tubs, and inside is a bag. Mm-hmm. And you take the bag out and you put it in the oven, microwave, whatever it is. And they're pretty easy to eat, but they're big tubs, $6.99 on sale each if you buy two. So I said, well, I'll buy the lobster bisque and the shrimp chowder.
So it was seafood.
Yeah. I took them home. I had the seafood chowder, the shrimp and corn chowder. It was great. So a couple days later, I open up the lobster bisque, and my son Andy's home from school. I said, you can have half, I'll have half. So he ate his half. Didn't say anything about it. Didn't give me any warning. I had my half a tub of lobster bisque, and the next morning, which was this morning,
see, you caught something.
it's very lobster biscuian as it exits my body. It's like that's what that is. I know darn well that's what caused it because that's
did it have that fragrance that.
Well, it was the right color. I mean, it's disgusting. You know, so what I have two solutions to that. A, I'm not going to buy any more Clam Shack lobster bisque because I'm just going to stay away from it. Secondly, I'm going to paint my bathroom kind of an orangey brown.
Yeah.
Because that'll help me with the next episode.
So you moved. Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm just like, this is unbelievable. Speaking of we've moved, that's Pro Automotive. That's their building. They bought an old Toyota dealership, and they renovated it into a totally amazing, gigantic repair shop where they have all these bays and all these mechanics and all, you know, places to park. And instead of having 3 locations, including 2 in Webster and 1 in Dudley, they have one big one in Dudley now. And it's great. I got new tires there the other day. 4 of them.
If you got trouble with your car, truck, or SUV,
wackadoo.
The new Pro Automotive is who to see.
Wackadoo, wackadoo, wackadoo.
A brand new shop with a new location, new address, same great reputation. Pro Automotive will treat you like a star.
Like a star, like a star, like a star.
We get to know you, we get to on your car.
All right, I paid for the tires, so you can take that off now. See, that's funny. We're also brought to you by my grandma's coffee cake. Never have I gotten diarrhea from those. In fact, I think they tend to solidify things for you. Those are awesome. My grandma's coffee cake, I'm going to say it out loud, say it out proud. It's the greatest coffee cake in the goddamn universe, and it proved me wrong. Call 1-800-8-GRANDMA or go to mygrandma.com and order one for someone you like.
There's nothing like my grandma. You get a nice slice of your favorite with fresh coffee.
Yeah.
And
that's why they call it coffee cake.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
You know, I mean, it's sick. There's sick perverts out there. They call it something else. They call it "come off me cake" or something. I don't know. But anyway, I have several things I got to get to. First of all, the car tire thing. I went out and did some Uber riding one day last week, and I'm driving along, and I dropped off one ride, and then I got on Route 2.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Which car was this?
My police car.
Okay.
Yeah, the Interceptor.
And with the Interceptor engine. And
yeah.
Now, you bought this car how long ago?
Oh, a year and a half ago.
Okay.
So all of a sudden the thing comes on, and it was making kind of a little bit of noise when I was driving, like a little bit of I could hear. I said, "What the hell's that?" 10 minutes later, the thing comes on, the alert on the panel. It says, "Tire pressure low." I said, "Oh, shit. Okay. Well, I'm a customer of the Valvoline oil change place once in a while."
Yep.
I say, "I'm near Hudson. I'll go to the Valvoline. I'll get them to pump the tires back up because it's a free service. Mm-hmm. You don't have to get your oil change. Just go in there and pump up your tires." Okay. I go in there. The guy says, "Your tire's flat." I said, "What?" And he said, "It's at 2 pounds of pressure. It's supposed to be a 35. So I basically rolled in there on a flat tire.
Just about, yeah.
They pump it up. They get up to 35. 5 minutes later, I'm sitting there, and I could hear it. And it dropped to 28 in about a minute and a half. I mean, they said, this tire's blown out. There's a big hole. They looked at it. So I said, "Oh, shit. Oh, where's the nearest tire place?" And I Google searched, and it's right down the street. Hogan Tire.
Hogan keeps you rolling.
Hogan keeps you. Well, they didn't keep me rolling, but it wasn't their fault. I go on to Hogan. I said, "Oh, the guy's busy." She said, "We got an hour and a half wait." I said, "Well, I just want somebody to take my spare and put it on there so I can go, somewhere and get it." The guy says, "Okay." So he sequesters one of the guys helping out. He says, "Can you put this spare on there?" That spare in my trunk was a spare tire, one of the dinky ones. It didn't fit my hubs. It didn't. They couldn't put it on there because it was the wrong tire. Whoever sold me that car, some asshole who sold me that car, had the wrong spare. He just threw it in there and it doesn't fit. So it's of no use.
This'll do.
Yeah. So now I got a blown out right front tire. I got a spare that doesn't work. I say, "Now what do I do?" I'm in the parking lot. I say, "I'll call AAA. I'll get it towed down to Pro Automotive." I'm thinking, that's about 80 miles away from where I was. I called AAA.
They're good about that.
Yeah, they took it, and I got in the car, and I convinced the guy. I said, "I'll give you $20 if you instead of taking me all the way to Pro Automotive in Dudley, you drop me off in Upton where I live, and then you take the car down to Pro Automotive." Okay, I give him $20. He takes me right to my house. Nice guy. Towing my car, and I'm bummed out because the car, now I can't do anything because I don't have the car. So he drops it at Pro Automotive, and then he leaves the key in the ignition and just leaves. He doesn't tell them the car's there or that the key's in the ignition. They call me the next morning. "Yeah, your car's here, but where's your key?" I said, "I don't know. I wasn't with the guy." They finally found it. It was in the ignition, which is not what you do.
Yeah.
Anyway, so 4 tires later, tires are big money.
What kind of tires
I'm
are
going to
they?
think twice before I retire.
What kind of tires are they?
I don't.
They the run flat tires?
Yeah. They're the tires that are filled with air.
Yeah.
And not going to go. Anyway, so that was an adventure for me. And an expensive little adventure, but I got to tell you that you got to have somebody you trust to do this work for you.
Yeah.
Because I got back on the road in no time at all. And I told him I want the old rear tires from that car because my son has a car just like it. So I threw them in the garage. See how I'm thinking? I'm thinking all the time.
It's true, Mike.
What's true?
That you're always thinking.
Except right now. What were we thinking about? I forgot. Anyway, so Maura Healey. Oh wait, I'm not going to go on my Irish thing yet. She's Irish.
Maura Healey, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, she is.
I'm not going to do that yet, though, because I got to mention that 21 years ago, yesterday, the day before St. Patrick's Day, was when my dear friend and radio partner and my first major league hero, Dick Radatz, passed away. When he took a bad fall on his on the steps going down to his den and hit his head on the fireplace. He had a nice fieldstone fireplace. He hit his head and he died right away. It was awful. It was a shocker. And you know who told me? Greg Dickerson.
Oh.
Greg Dickerson called me. He said, I don't know if you heard this. Oh, no. Bad news, because I loved Dick Radatz. And, I had so many memories with the guy. Not just the fantasy camp. First major leaguer I ever met. First time I met him, I walk into the banquet where he was a guest speaker along with Jim Bouton. I walk in and I'm 10. I'm like, oh, can I go see Dick Radatz? This is great. My dad was with me. Dick Radatz walks in and he was huge. He walks in and he looks at me. He goes, as he's hanging up his coat to go up to the dais, he goes, "How you doing, kid?" And I think that's the last thing he said to me too. Yeah. Which was unbelievable. That was 1964. And my father says, "Is he as big as you thought he was?" I go, "Yeah," because I was a kid. And he was huge, and he was funny, and it was great. The first time I met him at fantasy camp, hung out with him at fantasy camp down in Winter Haven, Florida, and had a radio show, Mike and the Monster. We talked baseball every single Sunday morning, and it was just great. He was at my wedding. He was a good friend.
I have some video of you with him on your show.
Oh, from the TV show?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see the Dick Radatz. Just look at the size of his head and his hands compared to the normal people he's sitting with on this video.
Hold it on. It's on the iPad here. Hold on.
Okay. Oh, you have to take it off your iPad?
Yeah.
There he is.
Call 617 Big Ed High.
Loud. He had loud volume then.
Dick Radatz is here with us. Nice to see you, Richard. Good to see you.
Nice to be back here at Star Wars.
That's right. It's like the bar scene, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It's just like it.
The bar scene from Star Wars, and the monster's here, and of course, he's the little guy in the middle. And you made a good point that it looks like these penny rolls are lower, and they have.
And your caller still gets 400.
Yeah. But you don't tell them.
No, I won't. I won't.
This is the best way to get ratings, I've found. Just give away cash.
Give away anything.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Rolls of pennies.
Cash is the best because the boss gets really mad when we do that. Dick Radatz, for those of you that don't know, and there really shouldn't be many of you out there that don't know the legend behind this guy. This is a guy who could really bring it. This is the best reliever the Red Sox ever had, maybe ever.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
In the history of the ball club. And when you came in, a sense of relief came over.
No play on words.
A sense of relief came over Red Sox fans because it was in good hands. You ERA in the twos, low twos, on many occasions.
Yeah.
You had a knack for coming in, and you were unafraid of doing ridiculous amounts of work, including both ends of a doubleheader.
Well, there was no such thing as short relievers. No, the short relief meant seventh inning on.
Yeah, you went 9 one time in relief.
I went 9 twice. Yeah, 17th inning, both games. Yeah.
In relief, 9 innings.
Well, what you expect for a lousy $15,000 a year?
Yeah, that's right. That's what it was like back then.
Sure.
Dick Radatz. He made 50. He didn't make a lot of money. Back then the ball players didn't make that much money.
Well, I'm not.
They really didn't, and it was although he did get to the point where he was the highest paid guy on the Red Sox, and he was very proud of that. 1964, he made like $57,000. Can you imagine by today's standards? Wow. I mean, there's guys that get that for an inning now pitching, and Dick Radatz still holds the record for the most strikeouts by a relief pitcher in a single major league season in the history of the game. It was 180 or 160. For a relief pitcher, that's an unheard of number, and it's a major league record that he still holds on to, despite the fact that he's now not been with us for 21 years.
Do I have video of that?
Well, you know what? I sent this video to you, and this is black and white video because back in the day, Red Sox weren't even in color when they were on TV. And I found this on the internet. You know what the internet is, Smitty?
Yeah.
It's on the computer.
I put it on my iPad. Hold on.
Let's
take a look, shall we?
Okay, and this is him against Dick Radatz pitching against the Yankees where he struck out not 5 but 6 guys in a row. Yeah, is that May 18th, 1965? This is good stuff. Top of the first. Oh, we're not going to see the whole thing, are we?
I don't know. This is what you sent me.
Well, yeah, but
Sox are without Carl Yastrzemski, who's in Santa Maria Hospital with a bruised kidney.
No, we don't want to watch the whole. You don't want to watch the whole game. No, I had it queued up to the part where he struck out the
No,
6 in a
you
row.
didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you did not.
Yes, I certainly did.
God.
That's all right. You know what? We'll do it another time. It doesn't matter. But he came into this game here and he struck out, and the announcer was so. There he is. There it is, right there. Okay, here we go.
Let's see.
Play it.
That's in a row for Radatz. He's got that Hummer working again now.
He was a big boy. You know, that was the 5th in a row, guy. Now wait, it comes in here. It's gonna come right back.
Bob Schmitz.
Here he goes.
3-1.
3-1. Because see, Radatz threw strikes. Boom, strike 2.
3-2.
All right, one more, monster. One more. Get this guy. He's a Yankee. Up, strike 3.
6 strikeouts in a row. If Tillman
in a
makes
row.
this big, all right.
I mean, that's the monster that I loved,
strikeouts in a
and we
row.
all loved so much. And God bless him, and God
Yep,
rest
3
his soul.
down at the end of 11 innings.
Anyway, so that's 21 years ago. God, I miss the monster. Now, this happened to me the other day. I was on Twitter, and now it's known as X. You know, and I got a few thousand people on there that actually care what I say. And I saw something come up, and it was from it was from the St. Patrick's Day parade thing where Maura Healey and that girlfriend of hers that's a lieutenant governor. I don't know if they were dressed in their Dunkin' Donuts outfits, and they were at the parade, and they're saying she's saying Happy Parade Day. Yeah, that's the outfits they were wearing. Look at these 3. God. So she's at the parade wearing that outfit and saying, Happy Parade Day. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
I mean, isn't Maura Healey Irish?
She's Irish.
Yeah.
She doesn't mention anything about Irish. She writes, Happy Parade Day. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. So I retweeted it, and I wrote, no worries. I would never date a guy either. Which is true.
Well, it's true, yeah.
I would never date a guy, and neither would she. So we got that in common. And we both have Irish blood. But I don't dress up like an asshole in a Dunkin' Donuts suit and go to an Irish parade not wearing any green at all. She's in this orange Dunkin' Donuts thing, and she's not wearing green, and she's at the goddamn St. Patrick's Day parade, and she's Irish. She ought to be ashamed of herself.
Is she wearing a shirt that says Kings?
No kings. Yeah.
No Kings.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I don't know. She no queens is more like
Dunk King.
Anyway, that kind of pissed me off and grossed me out. And, you know, being an Irishman, or half, I took offense.
Twiddly-dee.
Toodly diddly diddly darmin. Don't squeeze the charmin. By the way, these cups, the official Planet Mikey coffee cup of the Planet Mikey podcast.
Here, hold that up. I'll get a zoom.
Not available in stores.
Hold on, let's see if we can.
Or anywhere near Yukon.
Oh, hold it up close now. Let's see if it'll take a good, nice. Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's a little glimmery. Anyway, this is the finest cup made in, and there are only 2 of them on the earth. But I've decided that if anybody wants one, they can send us a note at Planet Mikey on X.
Yep.
And we'll make sure you can get one for a fee, and all the proceeds will be going to the Maura Healey Wardrobe Fund for next St. Patrick's Day. So, what I got here is my Irish. Hold on a second. My Irish Patriots hat.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? And the headphones conveniently fit right over the hat.
Look at that.
Huh? That's nice, isn't it? And the glasses conveniently fit right over my nose, because what I've got for you folks today is rapid fire Irish jokes.
Oh, my God.
I don't tell slow jokes, Smitty. You know why. I've always told you this.
That's true.
The slower the joke, the less the payoff.
Yeah.
Okay? If they're quick, like Rodney Dangerfield or Henny Youngman or anybody who's quick, then it's going to be better because you move on to the next one. If one's not that funny, you just move on. This is how I do things with my women.
Okay.
And, you ready? Okay, let me see what I got for you right here. What do you call an Irishman who bounces off the walls? Ricochet. What's Irish and sits outside all day and all night? Patio furniture. You know, he, by the way, was the producer of my
Patio, yeah.
Patio.
Yeah, good guy.
What do you call an Irish sniper? Eamon. What do you call a Dublin fella who likes breaking up fights? Liam Malone. What kind of bees give you milk instead of honey? Boobies. What do you call a funeral home, Irishman? Michael Dolan's. What did the leper say to the prostitute? Keep the tip, darling. Did you hear about the constipated mathematician? He worked it out with a pencil. What's the opposite of Christopher Reeves? Christopher Walken. And what's a reverse exorcism? When the demon tells the priest to get out of the child.
Oh, man.
Two lads on opposite side of the River Lee. One yells to the other one, "How do I get to the other side?" The other one says, "You're on the other side." How about this classic Irish one? You know what's annoying? An upside down 6. I'm sorry, but these are Irish dad jokes. And who could forget this one? What do you call a fella from Dundalk with 400 girlfriends? A farmer. Why do the Irish say feck? Because we were told not to say the version that has a U in it, fuck. What? By the way, what's Dwayne Johnson's Irish nickname? Shamrock. What's the difference between a chickpea and a potato? I've never paid to have a potato on my face. What's the difference between an Irish wedding and an Irish wake? One less drunk.
Oh.
You knew that one already.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Paddy's in court for stealing a calendar. He got 12 months. I'm sorry. Paddy and Mix.
That was good.
Paddy and Mick see a sign that says, "Tree fellers wanted." Paddy says, "Shame there's only 2 of us." A timeless Irish joke for you. Mick walks into a library. He says, "I'll have fish and chips, please." Librarian says, "Sir, this is a library." And Mick says, "Oh, I'll have fish and chips, please." Paddy and Mick see a sign. Oh, wait. Paddy's wife calls. "Where are you?" He says, "Remember that jewelry shop with the necklace you loved?" She melts. He says, "I'm in the pub right next to it." Paddy at the pub all night. He crawls home. His wife says, "You were drinking again." "How'd you know that?" "The pub called. You left your wheelchair there."
Oh, man.
2 ducks going up the road in Belfast. "Quack, quack," says one. "I can't go any quacker," said the other one. I'm sorry. But my favorite all-time, and my brother told me this one.
Yes.
My favorite all-time Irish jokes, and it's about drinking.
Okay.
2 Irish guys out drinking. They get so shit-faced. One of them throws up on his shirt. He says, "My wife's going to kill me. I'm not supposed to be drinking. And look at my shirt. I puked all over it." The other Irishman goes, "Here's what you do. When you get home, put $20 in your top pocket. Tell your wife O'Reilly puked on your shirt and gave you $20 for the dry cleaning." He goes, "That's a great idea." So they keep drinking. He gets home. He's all messed up. His wife wakes up. She goes, "Look at you. You're disgusting. You puked on your shirt. You've been drinking." He goes, "I didn't puke on my shirt. O'Reilly did. And he gave me $20 for the dry cleaning, and it's right here in my pocket." She reaches in his pocket. She pulls out the money. She goes, "That's $40. He says, "Well, he's shit in my pants, too."
Okay.
And that's it. That's all I got. And, if all these jokes have too much of a connection to the art of drinking, think about this. That's what we do. No, but, Radatz once told me, speaking of Dick Radatz, I said, because he was 350 pounds. I said, "What's the most beers you ever had?" Then we were out drinking somewhere, Halfway Cafe or something. He goes, "A whole case, 24 beers. I said, "Oh, really?" He goes, "But my teammates told me I had 30 one night."
Oh, man.
So his teammates had to tell him the next day, "You had 30 beers last." Anyway, in honor of the season, I guess, Smitty. Now, you're not Irish. You're English, right?
Hold on a minute. I just remembered something.
Yeah.
This.
What's that? Oh, yeah. Oh, here's another Irish joke told by an Irishman. I like this.
Up the motorway with a van load of monkeys. Did you hear that one? No. He's going to the zoo. The old van broke down. Who was coming behind him? A Paddy in an empty van. Yeah. The Englishman said, "Paddy," he said, "if I give you 50 quid, he said, will you bring these to the zoo for me?" Yeah. Paddy said, "Not not a problem. He said, load them up. He loaded them up anyway and fucking he headed off. 2 hours later, the Englishman is waiting for the old AA to come out. And there's fucking, who's he see coming down the far side of the motorway? Paddy and the load of monkeys. He flagged them in, he said, fuck's sake, Paddy, he said, I give you 50 quid to bring them to the zoo for me. Paddy said, I did, he said, but I've a few quid left over. He said, we're off to the cinema now.
We're off to the cinema now with the monkeys. And Mutt was one of those monkeys. We have a little Irish tune I'd like to do for you. It's not serious. You know, it's not it's not like Danny Boy. You know, that song Danny Boy?
Yeah.
That's the guy singing about a guy, that's a gay song. And the Irish people don't admit, unless they have to, that they're gay. Okay? We all know that. So, and Danny Boy, but by the way, Danny Boy was written by two guys, Gerald Fitzpatrick and Patrick Fitzgerald. And they were both gay. So what I have for you now is a song. Yes. It's a manly song.
Yes, Mike.
It's a manly Irish song. And we're going to play it right now for you, whether you like it or not. Okay? Thank you very much. What would we do with a drunken sailor? What would we do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning, way high and up she rises, way high and up she rises, way high and up she rises early in the morning. Shave his belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor early in the morning. Way hey, up she rises, hey, hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises early in the morning. Put him in a longboat till he's sober, put him in a longboat till he's sober, put him in a longboat with a boulder early in the morning. Way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises early in the morning. Good night, everybody, and thanks for listening to the Planet Mikey podcast. God bless you, God damn it.